Hello, hello, good evening. Tracy here, and tonight we're going to be working on this junk journal insert. And I've created this from a manila file folder, and I'll try and recreate it for you. But these are the things I just start folding and doing and end up with what I end up with. But if you were to open it out, I've trimmed it off a bit on the top and bottom. I've rounded the corners, and I've covered each page in the papers from 49 and Market, from the Faded Memory Lane kit that I bought. And what I want to do is decorate that, and then that'll be an insert inside of my one of my signatures, like perhaps right here. Whether I'll put it with a belly band or glue it directly down, not sure yet. But I probably will put it with a belly band since I did go ahead and cover the back piece. Hey, Elizabeth. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to decorate this, and I'm going to do it mostly with scraps um, left over from where I cut all these up. And then, like for instance, this right here will make a really cute hidden paper clip, and then I'll use some of the ephemera and so on. So let's go ahead and get started. Jump in. Hi, Vicky. Hello, hello, everyone. I want to use one of these things right here. And hey, Maddie. Hey, Pam. You're watching me while you're on vacation, girl. You're cool. I'm going to use one of these, and I think I showed you guys last time, one of these Art House Whimsy um, white-haired ladies. And I did want to show you that this stuff, this paper is very, very muted. You can see how muted that is. Well, I have kicked it up a notch just by adding some of my chalk pencils. So a little bit more blue here, a little red here, a little orange there, a little orange inside the flowers. Nothing drastic, but, and then for instance, I did this pocket, and this is actually just an envelope, you know, junk mail envelope. Oops, I need to glue that down better, don't I? Because the glue has trouble sticking. Probably should have stitched it down, but whatever, whatever. So when we stick a tag in there, it's completely see-through. So I want to start with this gal right here, and I'm only going to use a piece of this, and I'm not sure if I want to do like a small image or a larger image. Might want to do a larger one. Let me see here. These larger film strip things will fit this, and then I get more of the image from it. But it's also kind of big for the front. It might be kind of cute over here somewhere, or maybe here. Yeah, there will work. So I'm going to trim this down. Oh, doggone people and their jobs. Always getting in the way. You guys, I've been gathering together my stuff, and next, not this Saturday, but the following, I'm having a crafty yard sale. And then whatever I don't sell is going to get donated. I am going to sell every single bit of my foiling stuff, hot foil, toner foil, all of it. Okay, so that's going to fit nicely in there, but you can see that I have a color clash issue here, and it might not be an issue for some, but it is for me. So first I'm going to trim this off because I don't need the whole piece. I can save the other parts for another project. Right about there. And I'm going to grab just a little dirty matte. And I'm going to pull in some of this orangey color here. And I think I could do that with some brushed corduroy. Well, let's find out. I hope it makes me happy too. Yeah, see, so that's going to pull that right in. We'll do a little brush corduroy. And then edge it up a bit. And I've been using frayed burlap for edging on this particular piece. Right, where did my little dealy bob go? I know it's down here somewhere because I saw myself drop it. There it is. Sorry about the reach, friends. So the frayed burlap ink is very dark compared to the oxide. But it's still a warm, earthy tone. Hey, Di. Good morning. Well, and what I'm hoping to get is I really want one of those cutting things that cuts lots and lots of paper at once. Let's get this, just kind of lightly go over that edge there. And that pulls that color right in. I need to trim off about a fly's eyelash. Oh, you guys, if you didn't watch Di last night, she did some really cool stuff for her journal pages. I mean, cool stuff. Let's see if that did it or if I messed the whole thing up. Yeah, that does it. Okay, cool beans. So, glue. Little glue, where are you? Oh, Fiddler Snake. No, there aren't. I don't think there's direct flights except for Atlanta to Huntsville. I think there's a Nashville flight now too. Make sure there's no white poking over. Okay. So we've got that. And I've got this all screwed up again. It goes like this, this, this. That's the front, that's the back. Now this can't be all by itself. I'm not okay with that. So let's grab some of those punched pieces, and I punched them all out because I like to do that. I think I want this little butterfly, moth, whatever it might be. Hi, Chow. Oh, the sewing, that one page that you sewed all those crisscross sewed all those beads on. That was so stinking cool. I want to be just like you when I grow up. Just give him a little bit of oomph. Let's see here. Let's go. I don't want to really pop it up because this is going to be an insert inside of a journal, but I do want to enhance it. Okay. Let's grab a little, here's a little piece. I don't feel like I want it straight. I feel like I want it crooked. I'm having a crooked day. So I'm going to stick these guys down here. Stick that down first. Stick this guy down just on one side. Because if I leave part of it open, it can still be a tuck. I can't have it sticking down too much though. Yeah, it came out super cool. So I'm going to just glue here and here and let this be a tuck spot. Now later I'll probably add some, I took out these are so cool. This is Pico Embellisher, but I don't want to have to wait for this to dry because it'll take too long. But now got a little tuck spot, so I took out the junk journal stuff. Um, you guys, I've got so much stuff piled up over in the corner of my room, which is why I decided that I'd have a yard sale. So I could tuck, you know, whatever in there. I'm looking for a small tag. Okay, that's got to be much, much smaller. Okay, let's put this on. Yeah. So off camera, I will do embellishing, you know, so it can sit and dry overnight. Like for instance, this one is just begging for glossy accents. I could, though, however, I could add some, um, you know, clear epoxy. And I think I want a little bit of color on this. So let's grab one of these pencils here and um, let's grab this rusty color. Now my ink is wet on here, so it's not wanting to rub out real good. Where is my that thing? Here it is. These pencils I will never give up. I will buy more. Any like actual art supplies I'm keeping, of course. So I don't like that color. Okay, no problem. No problemo. Just erase it and add a different color. Or lighten it up a bit. Let's see if just lightening it up helps. Yeah. That helps, but I still don't love the color. I want something more, I guess that's more of an orangey yellow. Like this. Yeah. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. And guys, you can have clashing colors. I can't. It bothers me. My brain just won't. Hi, Paula. I'm glad you guys came. You know, I've stopped pre-scheduling these because I never know if I'm going to do them or not. Um, this Friday, tomorrow, I plan on being live in the morning, but next Friday, no. Let's get this edge a little bit darker. Because that's when my doctor's appointment is, my important doctor's appointment. There we go. I think I will like that much better. Yes. Oh, Paula's stuff is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Oh, I didn't see this little. No, I want the dark. I didn't notice there was something on the other side. No fair. Okay. So there's that. And then you guys were with me when I made this last week. I ended up making it into a pocket. And so I was thinking that I would make it a flip pocket right here. Because I want to use it, of course. And you watched me enhance those colors too. And I think what I'll do here is I'll create a hinge so it flips up. And I've got this burlap paper that I bought forever ago. Or maybe I even maybe somebody even donated it to me. I don't remember. But I'm going to trim some off, and it's pretty heavy. I think I want about uh, eyeballing about 3/4 of an inch here. Let's see if that's going to be too much. Nope, it'll be fine. And then it won't rip, so I'm going to have to cut. Oh, yay. I mean, I used to like to watch Bitty Penny early in the morning, but now I don't get up as early because I'm not sleeping at night like I used to. I don't know what's going on there. Now I'm going to peel the backer paper off of here so that it's more flexible. And so that I can fray the edges a little bit. So I was thinking that I would, and tell me what you guys think, do a package deal with all my hot foil stuff. So that's going to include the glimmer machine. It's going to include all my hot foil plates, and it's going to include the Platinum 6. So somebody, that maybe wanted to start with the idea of hot foiling would have everything they need. But how much should I ask? I mean, I have a ton of plates. I'll probably keep the ones that work on the Better Press too, but not all the old ones, and I have a bunch. Yours is Monday. I'm hoping the best for you, Maddie. Okay, so I'm just picking off the excess here to get kind of a little bit of a frayed edge. And let's get it a little bit dirty. Make it too long? No, I just can't. I'm not coordinated. I can't make my hands do what I want them to do. Yeah, it's a little bit too long. Shorten it off. I can't cut straight. That'd be too much like right. I don't know. Do I want it? Yeah, maybe I want it this way. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I am messing around when I can just do this. You know what? I think I will use double-sided tape for that. Just to make sure that it sticks. Yeah. I love making these inserts and stuff because they're small projects that you can get done, like soon. Okay, just gotta push that down and grab my tweezers, pick the bologna off, and stick this down on there. And just to make sure, oh, sorry about the reach, friends. Biopsy May 8th, eek. Too long, too long. I'm going to add some staples. And then I want to make sure that I get this to bend both ways. Yeah, and that double-sided tape is working great. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. Come on. Why are you being a dork? Ah! Just don't cut my finger off. Yeah, I'm only having a consultation too, so. But at least it's a start. You know, before I stick this down, just out of curiosity, let me grab a little rub on here. Let's see if there's one that will be the right shape. It doesn't look like, yeah, maybe. Like something like this. Yeah, let's grab that one. And 19,000 pairs of scissors. Okay, there we go. Let's see how it does on the burlap. I'm willing to sacrifice one for the sake of experimentation. Getting it in the middle is going to be the tricky part. Where are my tweezers? Oh, can I grab it? Cool. Works. I hear you. Waiting does stink, and the older I get, the more impatient I get. But the time has actually flown by because I've done many, many liberating things in the meantime. So if I have this here, I do want it kind of centered-ish. So now it's a little bit tight, but that's okay. Now what I can do here, and this side is blank, so what I can do is I can make a little journaling space there. So let's do that. Let me measure. Where's my measuring stick? So this is 4 1/4 by uh, just shy of 5 1/2. I took out, so let's do 4. Took out some this stuff. Let's do, so it was shy of 5 1/2, so let's just do right here. It doesn't even really matter if it's straight, but I'm kind of a straight person. Kind of need my things to be straight. And then I have a stamp here that is lines. So let us grab the archival. I know it's over here because I saw it. I'm already closing myself in. You know what? Let's just use the regular ink. Get that kind of straight. Yeah, it should be done. It's just a waste of your money, co-pays, all those things. All of those things. Edge that up. I probably should have edged the other side of that one before I stuck it down, but brain wasn't functioning properly. And I had coffee beforehand because I had a nap. Okay. And I don't care if this is messy. I just do the rest of that with glue stick. just so it doesn't flip up. Then I can hide something cool underneath. Maybe I'll put a little glue here and here. Okay, what do I want underneath? Obviously, one of the pieces of ephemera. Because I got lots. Yeah, start yelling at me to ink it, woman, please. And I want to keep this fairly flat. Let me find one of these women. This woman right here. And I am going to tear that instead of cutting it. You know what? I think I'll cut it with my decal trimmer to kind of go along with the rest of the deckled edges. That's not decal trimmer. And I'm not going to decal it. Forget it. Oh, I know. Let's make it a postage edge. Hi, Jenna. There, got a nice postage edge. And then we will ink that. Ink it, ink it, ink it, ink it. This almost needs a brush to get in between those little dealy bobs. Okay, you lay that on there. Let's go ahead and do these. And I want some color in my heart. So let me grab a pink. You do it on something so I don't get it everywhere. Well, actually, I'm going to edge it with the red burlap. Let's refill. So what's cool about the punch outs is they are flat, like there's no shiny stuff on them, so you can color them any way you want. Let's go ahead and give that a little bit of a more of a rub out. It's better to rub out with a blending stump than it is your finger, because you got oils on your fingers and it doesn't quite, you know, tweezers. So I think I do want to go kind of straight with this set. I'm going to cluster it up and then tack it on. Oops, I probably shouldn't have put glue all over that, since I want it here. Let me just pick that up and make sure it's straight. Just wipe off the excess. Let's grab this excess piece of thing I ripped off and just use it on here. Why not? Why not? Hi, Cordelia. Here. It's going to partly stick out, but that's okay, unless I caddy corner it. No, I don't want to do that. I want this straight. Make up your mind. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just fix this all down. I was thinking it'd make another great tuck, but I don't want a bunch of, you know, bulk underneath there. There. Just a little bit sticking out, and that's okay. I want it sticking out a little bit more. So it kind of gives just a little bit of character right here. You did what? You flipped your desktop and put your computer on the opposite side? Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay, so we've got this page, this page. I need a tag here. Let me look in the ephemera bucket, because I know actually that's going to be on the junk journaling side. Let's find a tag. Okay, it needs to be a big tag. Yes. Is there anything taller? I don't think so. I think that's the tallest there is. Oh, but you know what? No, that's too big. I'm going to use this as a tuck to go in this pocket. But back to where I was. What did I do with the tag I just had in my hand? Right here. So we can go either side. Already has a hole. And I think I'll keep it relatively simple, plain like it is. I'm going to add a little bit of color though. Let's grab this pink. Just give that heart just a hint of pink. I need more blending stumps. What I'm doing, what you don't see me doing, is I'm wiping this on my shirt when I want to switch colors. It works. So see, just a tiny bit of color changes the whole thing. So let's go in this flower here, and that's going to be kind of an orange in the center of the flower. Wiping off on my shirt and just rubbing that in. And let's give the bird some color. Let's go with some blue. And the blues on this are kind of go with this little bit of navy here on the wings. Right here on the head. Here on the tail feathers. And then a lighter blue. Oh yeah, that's kind of annoying for sure. I have light sensitivities and I get migraines from too much light, but I need lots of light to be able to see, so it's kind of not fair. Let's do a little bit of an even lighter blue. We'll just make this totally a bluebird. Need that darker blue again. Where'd it go? This darkness right here. That's actually gray, but that's okay. That's okay. There, so it's a subtle change, but it's a change nonetheless. Let's do the frayed burlap. Add a little grommet or eyelet. I probably should have sanded that off before I started this. And I do want a little bit of the frayed burlap oxide on here. Where did I put that? Thank you. Yes, I am. I'm not going to foil at all. I'm not making cards anymore, at least not for the foreseeable future. I think the gray one will be good. And I know people say, you know, wait, you might change your mind, but listen, I am craft fickle. I crocheted for 6 years and then I just put it down. All right, I need something through there, and I feel like this stuff, this jute is going to be the answer. It's just more kind of natural looking. Take care, Paula. Thank you so much. And same to you, girl. I love your gorgeous work. And keep this pretty simple, but keep it in the neutral zone. I do want a little sentiment or something on here. Um, I kind of wish there were more sentiments in the set, even though I'm not a big fan of sentiments. I do like them on journals. I don't know why. Okay, let's trim this down. Let's kind of peel off the backer paper first. I don't know. I like the backer paper just as much as I like the burlap. Call me weird, but it really doesn't stand out very well, but I can make it stand out. Okay. I have a plan. I have a plan. And let's get this brown, I think. See, that's going to make it stand out. With this so much lighter. Where are my scissors? Golly. I love weird people. Enjoy dinner. And I'm going to leave this. I'm going to just kind of fuck it up as if it were torn. And then I can add more glue, but I like to wait on the glue until I've done the shading. Okay, and oh, look, these are always fun to use. I love using them. I'm gonna stick a magnet on there, provided I can find one. They're all over this desk, just buried. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to take my tweezers and fray the crud out of this one. If I can. I need smaller hands. Anybody got some smaller hands I could have? and twist, twist. Golly, you gotta have a steady hand for this. Come on, get on there. Get in my tweezers. There we go. Just mess the heck out of that one. Okay, that should be stuck. All right. So then we've got, well, I should have thought that through. No problem. Just move it. Got a little more glue down here so they don't fall back in. There. So we got tag in here, and again, this is just made from, oh yeah, I remember, I need to glue this back down. It didn't quite stick good enough. It's just made out of a junk mail envelope, and we've got this, which this is a pocket, and this is pocket. So I want to make like an insert for that pocket. So, and I want to make it out of this. So I need my measuring stick. And so this is about what's in my way here. Okay. I need that to be flat. This is, I want to go probably 4 by 7. 4 by 6 3/4. So I'm going to start by the 6 3/4. I'm going to cut that off completely. I can save that for another space. And then let's do 4. I'm going to need to cover the back because this was obviously an insert. And let's just take a look and see how it's going to fit. And then I'll make a, a tab for the top so it can be easily pulled. It's kind of tight, but it'll fit. So I'm going to trim it off just a wee bit more so it's not so tight. And because it's shiny like this, I don't really want it shiny, too shiny. But I also don't want to wreck the coloring on there. So I'm just going to grab my sanding tool and just kind of lightly come over it. And yeah, it's scratching it up a bit, and that's okay. I don't want to sand off too much. Just using a super light hand. And then some areas I can sand pretty deeply. Okay, now I'm going to put this over. I'm going to grab this right here because I want it to be, you be able to journal on it. I'm going to grab my glue stick Where'd you go, darling? And that's why I wanted to thin it down a little bit more because I'm going to be, this way because I'm going to be adding, extra bulk here. Not a lot, but some. And this is just tea dyed paper. Yep, stick down. Ooh, it doesn't want to stick. That's going to be a problem, oh. Because it's a shiny surface. I may have to use glue. I'm trying to avoid that because I want this to stay nice and flat. Yeah, I love this image. I can't see any reason for it to go to waste. Okay, that's going to be an issue trying to get that torn off. You have to hand tear it. I have problems with the small areas like this. And I'm just screwing it up is what I'm doing. That's okay. No biggie. No big deal. Mainly, I just need it to be stuffed down. And then this right here, I can just take and trim with scissors. And I need a tab. Need a decent sized tab. Nope, not that one. I don't really want that one either. It's not the right color. I'm in the junk journal kit, by the way, right here. Nope. No. Maybe. Nope. You guys, I'm kind of picky. Sorry. Not sorry. I think I found something. Yeah. Oh, look it. I dropped one. Okay, let's edge this. Do I want to round the corners? I think I do. Oh, the burlap. That's a good idea, Di. You should come hang out with me sometime. Tell me what to do. Okay, edging. Can you just close this glue stick? Yeah, because I really don't love any of these on there. I really kind of want to leave it plain for journaling space. But I do have the burlap. And I'm just grunging it up. Remember where I sanded? I can get ink over on that and it'll stick. It's not going to stick real great to the shiny surface. That's why it's mostly going on the edges unless I have sanded it. Side. And I don't care that that happened. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. All right, let's see here. I wonder if it's going to be too, my worry is that it's going to be too thick. I do like it though. Let's make it just a little bit shorter. And pull some of these strings out. Come on, pray for me. And I won't throw away those little pieces because you know I like to throw them in because they're fun and curly and fun. Now, question is, do I want to stitch this on or do I want to, I think I'm just going to staple it on. You're over here faking it? Yeah, me too. Total imposter. And whenever I do, you know what? Let's just add a little bit of glue stick so I get it straight at least. Because it's kind of an awkward position with the stapler if I'm trying to get a staple in the very center. At least it's awkward for me. So now, this can go. See, it's still kind of tight, but if I slide it in and out a few times, it should loosen up. Okay, it sticks up a little too high, and I think it's just caught on something. Yeah, it is. But just to be sure, I'm going to trim it because I want it to fit in here. Come on. You little stinker. Yeah, exactly. Staple it is. Ooh, but I don't want to lose that. That's a problem. No, it's just going to have to be too tall because I don't want to lose this. So let's see if it fits better in the other side because I made two of them. Man, why are you so stubborn? It does fit better in this one, but not much. must have really glued that down tight. Let's see if I can get it back out without wrecking it. And see if I can loosen up this. Let's get my this. Just kind of loosen this up a bit. You know, ideally I would have put a gusset in here. But those are, you know, hindsight, friends. Hindsight. Let's see if it fits better now. It's going to have to do. It doesn't matter to me if it's too tall because I don't mind stuff sticking out of my journal. Okay. But the next one I'll make it shorter just because I don't want too much sticking out. And I'll probably decorate that. I might sew on it. Okay, so we need one here. So I know that 4 inches, but I also know that it needs to be probably 4 by 6. So let's grab, where's the journal kit? Hang on. This is the other piece. Well, that fits perfect. And even though this is sideways, I don't care. I don't care. Now I need to grab another piece of, I'm going to use the glue dyed one. And I think this time, friends, I'm going to use glue. Quit screwing around, Bobby. And I want to leave enough room so I can tear it off without a fight. Dang it, what the F? Fine. See, I like things to tear like that, but they don't want to. Hi, Irma. Okay, well, hello. Good to see you. I need a skinnier ruler, and I know I have one. I probably have 20 of them. You know, like a metal ruler to do what you're saying, or a long feeler gauge. And just because this is this way lengthwise doesn't mean it can't be used this way. Nobody's going to be the boss of me except for me. Okay, I need, okay, this time I am going to use this. And this is a piece of the ephemera, so, or a piece of the junk journal kit. So what I can do is to bring it in to this color range is to add some pink to my butterfly. And that looks like a light pink. This one right here. Okay, where'd my fatty stump go? Where'd you go, fatso? There. Okay, whatever. And I think this would be cute with a grommet and a dangle hanging off, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay, where did the, uh-oh, what did I do with the, oh, here it is. Okay, so we got tag here, flip flop there. Got here, I'm gonna still need a tag. I'll still need something here. This is a pocket here. And then I need to do the front. That's it for tonight, folks. I've gone about 15 minutes over. I know, right? So I want this tucked in a little more, but I want to make sure that glue is dry. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow morning and I've been thinking about my signatures here and how I want to put them together. And I was watching another person, and I think it was even on Di's channel, and she had, you know, the kind, and you've seen me do it before, where you put slots. So I was thinking I would do double slots, like a slot here and a slot here, and use muslin fabric, starch the crud out of it, and then I can either open it up and glue it down, or I can put an insert in. But that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do for the signatures, because this, even though it's only this wide, it'll be double that by the time I get all my junk in. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on your way out the door. I hope you enjoyed this session. And, you know, my apologies that I'm not making cards. I know a lot of my viewers are people who make cards. But listen, anything I'm doing here, you can do on a card. So just keep that in mind going forward, that this would be so cool on the front of a card. This would be cool on the front of a card. Any of this stuff can be done on card fronts. So That's that. You know what I'm doing here is I'm looking for my glue pin. There it is. You guys have a fabulous night, and I'll see you around the rooms. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9, as far as I know. 9 Central. Everybody, take care. Bye. I'm trying to find my mouse. It's buried. Yeah, right on, Cordelia. Yeah, me too. I do too. Um, and this is why I'm doing this because I don't know, I just kind of got burned out on making cards, and I have boxes and boxes and boxes of cards that never get sent. And honestly, I just don't want to do it. I don't, since I found out that there could be something drastically wrong with me, I have simplified my life to the max, and I'm loving it. So great. I'll try and come hop on over, you guys, if you don't follow the Messy Palette. Are you working on the green witch journal die? She's doing this really, really cool journal. She does some amazing journal work. Like out of this world. Like I said, I'm gonna be like Diane when I grow up. That's the Messy Palette. AU. Aussie gal. She's rancid and raunchy and mean and grumpy, and I love her. Take care, everybody. Bye.